Good morning, everyone. Very quickly, before starting with this roundtable, a few tips for translation. So you can choose your preferred language in English or in French by clicking on the little globe icon at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Bonjour à tous et merci de nous rejoindre. Petit point assez rapide sur l'interprétariat avant de commencer cette table ronde. Donc, vous pouvez choisir votre langue préférée en cliquant sur la petite icône du globe en bas à droite de votre écran. Donc, entre l'anglais et le français, il y a de l'interprétariat en direct qui vous sera fourni pour pouvoir comprendre de manière plus claire tous ces échanges. Donc, merci beaucoup. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being with us this morning. Thank you for joining us to talk about studies in the English-speaking Caribbean again. And today we are very pleased to offer you the opportunity of learning more about the University of the West Indies. So I am Sayana Shagut. I will be your host for this morning. I am a part of the ELAN team and the ELAN project. And I am also a former international student that had the chance and opportunity to study at UWI Mona. So I am very happy to be hosting this roundtable. To talk about UWI, we have our panelists with us, who I'm very proud to be welcoming. First off, I can maybe let you introduce yourselves and also quickly tell me why, according to you, why choose UWI. So maybe Dr. Danny, if you are able to turn on your camera and start your introduction.
Okay, I was actually giving way to Marjorie.
Okay.
Presentation, yes. Since she's going to speak about UWI in general.
Okay, no problem.
To Marjorie.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, I can't open my screen though. My camera.
Oh.
It says it's stopped. The host has stopped it.
I think maybe it should be working now.
Goes.
Oh, you're back on with us. Great.
I am back. Good morning, everyone. I am Marjorie Bolero Houghton, and I work at the Mona campus in the office of the campus registrar. I'm an assistant registrar, and I've worked in admissions for many years. I currently work in the marketing, recruitment, and communications office, and I deal with student recruitment. So I do Caribbean islands and as well as Jamaica. So that's what I do from my office just now. Today, we are really very pleased at the UWI to be able to share with you about our wonderful university. And so I'm going to at this time show a little video that will speak to the UWI as a whole and why the University of the West Indies. We're a little university with a very big reach, a global reach. And so let me share with you now. Let me see, I get my video starting. Share screen.
The journey to finding your purpose starts with a choice. But
Are you hearing
doesn't mean
Serena?
limiting yourself.
Yeah, it's okay for me.
You can create your own path, become a trailblazer, change the game, and stay one step ahead, ready for whatever comes next. With 5 campuses in the Caribbean and 10 global centers spread across the Americas, Europe, Africa, and Asia, UWI is one of the world's most globalized universities. Over 800 certificate, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate degree options are available to help take you wherever you want to go. Study at the university ranked #1 in the Caribbean, among the best in the world, and recognized for its pursuit of UN sustainable goals like climate action and gender equality. UWI's mission to create knowledge and support innovation to transform the region and the wider world is what drives us. And we have a legacy of producing Caribbean leaders, making an impact in every corner of the globe. Will you be one of them? Whatever your journey holds, start it here at the University of the West Indies. Discover more at www.uwi.edu.
Okay, and now we are going to the Mona campus. We are giving you a quick flyover of the UWI Mona campus. These are some halls of residence. And we have 10 halls of residence at Mona. That's the medical complex. We have 8 programs that we teach from there, and beyond it is the University Hospital of the West Indies. Serena, you remember this city?
Yes, yes, of course. Still a pleasure to see Ring Road and this.
Yes. This is the Mona campus has 2 locations, Mona, Kingston, and this is our Mona Western Jamaica campus. So for those who prefer a smaller space to study, this is in the North Coast in Montego Bay, the tourist mecca of Jamaica. So those who want that glamorous part of it, then the Mona Western Jamaica campus is where they could go. So there's a sea in the background and the Sangsters International Airport there behind it. Okay, so we heard that the UWI is #1 in the region, and for each country, it's #1 in the country. We also are ranked 1.5% best universities among 1.5 best universities in the world, so globally. So for a small university, pretty new, about less than 100 years old, we are actually a very dynamic, and as you heard, a global university. This is a pictorial view of the Mona campus, really very beautiful with the Blue Mountains in the background. And for the most part, it really looks like this, especially when it rains. So that's a beautiful setting. You heard that generally the UWI has 8 faculties. At Mona, we have 7 of them. Science and technology, medical sciences, humanities and education, social sciences, engineering and sport. And at St. Augustine campus, the other campus is food and agriculture. So all of us have similar faculties across the campuses. So how do you get into the University of the West Indies? Now, for the most part, we do take, most of us are from the English-speaking Caribbean, and the UWI has 17 countries. So persons come in with the Cape, but we also take persons with associate degrees and also the international baccalaureate. We take persons from community colleges and so on, and you should have at least a 2.5 GPA. And we look at other qualifications for persons who are from different countries. Because, you know, we have students from about 50 different countries at the UWI. From all the continents, we have students who are studying with us. As you heard, we have global centers all over. We have students who are studying the software engineering in China. So they spend 2 years at the UWI, and then they go to China. and complete the 2 years there. And we have completed a certain cohort. We pause it now because of COVID, but I'm sure we will soon start it back. Now, for the most part, application to the UII is in November. We normally open in November across the campuses. And sometimes we have staggered closing time. The thing is that we're to get your certificates, and I know for you who are not in the English-speaking Caribbean, but you can have your school, if you're in high school, you can have your school sign off on your certificate, you give them a copy and they can stamp, scan, and upload it. I will put in the chat a tutorial for application a little bit later. And we need a professional email address, please. The same applies. We need to see your documents. And for the most part, for Mona, you can scan and upload them once your school has certified them. If you are not in school, then you can copy, send it, and the admission section will tell you what you need to do to be able to apply for us. Now, all work and no play makes Jack and Jill dull, and there's never a dull moment at the University of the West Indies. Always something going on. We have a very vibrant student life, and sometimes we have to remind our students that, listen, you're studying because they are so involved. And even now, COVID-19 has not stopped it. We are online. Our students are engaged online, and we still do have some face-to-face students. So for example, the medical sciences, engineering, and science and technology who have laboratory subjects that they have to do labs. And so they have to be on campus, and they too are involved, but we also involve our students online. Students from across the Caribbean, across the world are allowed to showcase their culture. We have a cultural time. The university started in February, so that's the time we have a homecoming. And persons, so if you come from Martinique, you have any particular, whichever island you're from, you can prepare your dish and have a taste. And we have a little competition, so you can showcase your national wear and everything. You see in the background, there are some students from the Bahamas, and Bahamas are always winning most times the cup. We do have international exchange, and we have regional exchange. So if you decide to study at the UWI Mona, you can study at more than one of our campuses. So you're a UWI Mona student for the first year you come, then you could choose to go to Cave Hill for 1 semester or for a year, and then you complete at Mona. Also, I have known a student who was able to complete the degree going to 3 campuses. So they went to Mona, then the person went to St. Augustine in Trinidad and Tobago. Then they decided, okay, I want to go to Cave Hill. So they also went to Cave Hill and did 3 of the campuses within the time. So University of the West Indies really allows you the opportunity to extend yourself, to meet people from all over the globe, to see what the Caribbean is like. So it's truly a regional institution, and we allow you to have that. But we also have international exchanges, Canada, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, the UK, the US. We have partnership with universities in these areas. And so our students can go for a year or for a semester as well. Okay, now I told you that we have 2 locations in Jamaica. We have Montego Bay. There are some programs that are there. They don't have as many programs as the Mona, the mother campus, but they do have some programs which are also offered at the Mona campus. So persons are maybe more comfortable at a smaller location. We do have a Faculty of Engineering at the University of the West Indies. At Mona, we have 5 of the programs. St. Augustine has more because that's where engineering started at the University of the West Indies. But at Mona, we have biomedical engineering, civil engineering, electrical power, BSc electronics. At St. Augustine, there's also chemical and process engineering, mechanical engineering. So persons who want to go there, you know, those are other options that you have. To get into the Faculty of Engineering, you need strong mathematics and strong pure and applied mathematics and strong physics. St. Augustine also requires you to have at least CSEC chemistry to get into most of their engineering program. Mona doesn't focus a lot on the chemistry, but you have to have your physics and you have to have a strong math. And of course, English language is compulsory for all our programs across the university. All right, so we're just showing you a couple of careers that that can be followed if you do engineering. Then there's a Faculty of Humanities and Education. That again is across the university. And there we have just showcased some of the programs because we won't be able to tell everything. But there's a cultural and creative industry, those who are interested in digital media production, entertainment, and cultural enterprise management, because you know, us Caribbean persons, we are strong on our culture and we attract persons. People want to come to see and to enjoy our culture. We also have a new program at Mona called History and International Relations. And we do offer French, so persons can be comfortable. Many of our students, we allow them even to start from scratch and they can do combined programs. So let's say you're interested in a BA in linguistics. You could do linguistics, but you're also interested in psychology. So you can do something in linguistics and you can do something in psychology. And some of the programs you're seeing here, we have history, linguistics, journalism, film studies, and there's also animation as well at the campus. So there's librarianship. And librarianship is not just the old traditional way you go into the library and you see somebody with a bun or a glasses. No, librarianship is intertwined with technology to offer the best to our candidates and getting them out into the world of work. We also have education, and across the campuses, again, there are programs in education, might be different depending on the campus that you're at. But certainly we do have education. So we train teachers from scratch. That's just some careers that are in the areas. Then we have a Faculty of Law, and it's a 3-year program. Faculty of Law doesn't have any special subjects that you need. So whatever you do, and you come in, you can get into the Faculty of Law. However, it is highly competitive. But if you like it, you can't mix it with anything else. Okay? So those are some programs. Then there's the Faculty of Medical Sciences. Now, UE started with the Faculty of Medical Sciences, 33 students, just to become physicians. Now we have more than 7 programs, 8 programs, in fact. I have 7 here because this is Mona campus. So we train physicians, nurses, physical therapists, basic medical scientists, radiographers, dentists, clinical pharmacists, and we have a program in veterinary medicine at the St. Augustine campus. For the medical sciences, you do need the sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and English at the core. And then at an advanced level, to get into become a dentist or a pharmacist or a physician, one will need to have some subjects at an advanced level. Some persons have an associate degree with an excellent GPA, of course, or some persons do a first degree. Our students in the Caribbean really don't have to do a first degree to come in if they do have the requisite grades at their CAPE, what we call the CAPE level. But it's 5 years to become a dentist, to become a clinical pharmacist, to become a medical doctor, and to become a vet. There's an internship program, and we also interview persons when they are coming. For the most part, they're looking for persons who are professional, ethical, competent, empathetic, because we are going to be working with persons. So if you have these qualities and you have the requisite grades and you think that it's for you, well, the UII is the place to come. And we train persons. I remember we had a program with Botswana. We have trained more than 100 of their medical doctors and so on. And the students used to talk about when they compare themselves to others who had gone elsewhere, they were advanced at certain stages, like when they're in first year or second year ahead of the others. They have now created their own, established their own medical science programs, so they no longer come to us. But we just want students who are hardworking, focused, and so on. And once you have the subject, many of our students have gone out into the working world and then come back to study. And sometimes a little maturity is useful. Then we have a Faculty of Science and Technology, and just a couple of programs. There's a biochemistry department, a chemistry, a computing department where you have all your ITs and software engineering and so on. Then there's geography and geology. We now are focusing on climate change, impact on our environment. And so this is an area that you can go into. I think Mona is the only campus that offers geology. But I do think St. Augustine now has geography. Then the life sciences that look at, human being, living things. Then there's mathematics and the Department of Physics. To get into the Faculty of Science and Technology, as I said, English language is compulsory, but mathematics is also compulsory, and 2 laboratory science subjects, crucial for you to have as well. And then we need some of them at the advanced level as well. So if you're doing an associate degree or a degree, then one can enter into the Faculty of Science and Technology. Just a couple of careers that persons can enter, can aspire to if they study at the University of the West Indies, just a few of them. Then there's the political science. Not political science, Faculty of Social Sciences. Of course, this is the one that looks at, society and its organization in every shape and form. So we have a degree in government, in international relations, in public policy, in psychology, sociology and social work. And in these days with COVID, I think the sociologists, psychologists, social worker are crucial. So we need more and more persons in there as we try, let's say we grow out of COVID, what is happening here now. For this faculty, mathematics, once you have the basic core mathematics at CSEC or at the level English and mathematics, one can go once you have 5 subjects. These are some other areas that we offer: economics, statistics, banking and finance, management studies, human resource, all of that. And these are just a few of the programs. I will put in the chat a quick reference guide, which will give you a more fulsome list of what we offer. Just some areas again. Then very recently, we established our Faculty of Sport. And the Faculty of Sport is where we have 2 programs. We train persons who want to teach in 10 different coaching disciplines. And of course, the sport kinetics, which has to do with exercise kinesiology, and persons who these persons are going to work with the students and other persons who are in the sporting arena. For this one, mathematics and English language are compulsory as well. Just a few, okay. So, for the Mona, this is our social media page, how you can get in touch with us. We ask you to look at that and you can get in touch with us. Now, I just have a few contacts here for us at the Mona campus. You can email us, or my name is Dear Marjorie Bolero Horton. That's a WhatsApp number, and these are some of our other programs. Now, I am not sure how much more time I have. So I am going to leave at this time, and if persons want to ask questions.
Yes.
How am I with time? I've gone over time, right?
It's okay. It's okay. We're good so far. I was going I was starting to get ready to tell you to maybe,
so I'm just in time.
But it's just in time. Perfect. Thank you very much for your presentation. Marjorie. For the participants who ask questions in the chat, they will be addressed at the end of this session so that we can just make a Q&A session at the end of this roundtable. Before giving the floor to Dr. Danny, I would ask you just something. This presentation, would it be maybe made available? Are you able to do that and to make it available on the UE booth during the fair of the 24th and 25th November, or is it something that you can share?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much.
We can update a little bit and share. So make it more
great, because it was very complete, and I think it could be very useful to our audience, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm now giving the floor to Dr. Stacey Denny. I'm really happy to be welcoming you as well. And you will be speaking about the Cave Hill campus, Barbados. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. So I really want to thank Marjorie because she gave a very comprehensive presentation of the university. So it makes my transition to my presentation seamless. She's done my work for me. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. Aha. What is going on here?
Yes.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. Great.
Right, so I want to welcome you all. Yes, I want to welcome you all to Barbados, to the University of the West Indies, and to the Cave Hill campus. And of course, I welcome you through our superstar, Rihanna. I'm sure you know who Rihanna is. And I had to do this because, I mean, Jamaica has everybody. They have Bob Marley, they have Beanie Man, they have Sean Paul, they have Shensia, you know, and then Trinidad has Nicki Minaj and Machel Montano. So I'm sorry, I had to get Rihanna in there. So I just want to say welcome to Barbados, welcome to the Cave Hill campus, and welcome to the Center for English Language Learning. So I tried to put myself in your position as a student, and I asked myself, what do you want to know? Do you really want to know that UWI is serving 17 Commonwealth countries and that we have 800 programs and that we're 59 years old? I think as a student, that's important after the fact for me. I think what you really want to know, if you are dreaming of coming to the Caribbean, and let's say your name is Jean-Luc, and you're dreaming about the UWI, specifically Cave Hill, and in your dream, you know, the birds are flying, it's a beautiful day, you see some students on the campus, and they're walking around the campus. I'm sure you're thinking, if I'm at this university, what faculty am I going to? And Marjorie did an excellent job in giving a comprehensive overview of the faculties. At Cave Hill, we have the Faculty of Culture and Creative Arts. I think it's a little bit different from the other faculties across the other campuses. You have the Faculty of Law if you want to, I don't know, steal people's money and, and learn to lie. Sorry. Yeah, we don't have a very good impression of lawyers, but, you know, we do actually, each year we we see a wonderful cohort of lawyers come out of the Faculty of Law here at Cave Hill campus. Or you might specifically now, particularly now with, you know, all that's going on with the pandemic, you might want to become part of the Faculty of Medical Sciences. Marjorie gave you, again, a very comprehensive overview of what, you know, you would need to have in terms of your certification, or perhaps you're more interested in the science and technology faculty. For those of you who might be interested in studying business and management, and any other area of social sciences, perhaps you might want to apply to the social sciences faculty. And these are actually my students. And when I say my students, in this photo, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more as I get deeper into the presentation. Perhaps you are the kind of student, you're very athletic, or you just love sports and you want to learn more about sports and sports as it relates to the body. The Faculty of Sport at the Cave Hill campus is the faculty to apply to. But all of those faculties may be great, but I think you can see from the photo here that the students in the Faculty of Humanities and Education have the most fun. And I'm saying that because I'm very biased. My center called CEL, the Center for English Language Learning, I'm the head of that center, the Center for English Language Learning. It's part of the Faculty of Humanities and Education. These are my students from Colombia. This is one of my instructors here dancing with the young ladies. So we have a really great time in this center. So after you have gone through your dream, you realize you really want to be in the Center for English Language Learning. But I think there's an important question. Where am I going to stay? We're always so focused on what we're going to study. Sometimes we forget about just the little comforts that we need to have. Where are we going to stay? At Cave Hill campus, you can stay on campus. This is campus housing. This is the Frank Worrell Hall. And you will have shared student facilities here. So the cooking facilities, the living facilities, you will share those, or you could share an apartment with a friend. Again, you have to share the living facilities. And then we get into, what am I going to learn once I come to the Center for English Language? Again, these are all my students and my staff. So these are not stock photos. I want to give you an idea of really how happy, how much fun we have learning in this center. These are some of the offerings at the Center for English Language Learning. And notice that I said some because we can't put all of them here. So English as a second language, for example, with sustainable destination management. So you learn how to make your territory, your country more sustainable in that particular course. We have English for interpreters, English for healthcare administrators. If you want to become a teacher of English, we have TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages. So we have many offerings. You will see from our website, I'm going to show you that in the end, where you can go and apply for these programs. But on this particular program at the Center for English Language Learning, once you've decided that this is where you want to come, understand that you're not just learning in the classroom. It's important to me that you understand the importance of really living a healthy lifestyle as part of the learning process. And so we have actually embedded in the center programs intra-curricular activities. They're not things that you will do outside of the program, but inside of the program. So for example, someone might come in and teach you how to play cricket. I don't know if any of you know what road tennis is. This is the screen in the middle. but this is indigenous to Barbados. You can come and learn about road tennis. And of course, you have your regular tennis here as well as we have a sports day where the students come together and do very interesting sporting activities. You will also, as part of the program, be involved, participate in cultural tours. Now, if you're underage, I will not be taking you to the rum factory, so you can forget the one on the left. But if you are of age, you certainly can enjoy a glass of rum. And we have the oldest rum and the best rum. I don't know if Marjorie will agree, but in Barbados, that's what they say. I know she won't agree, but that's okay.
I won't agree at all. Not with Africa.
It's okay, Marjorie. You can live in your dreams. In Barbados, we have the best rum.
I mean, Martinique is quietly listening to you, but we know better.
Yes, yes. I've had Martinique rum as well, and it doesn't compare. Also on the cultural tour, you may, for example, go to Harrison's Cave. It's a wonderful experience. The students to the right of the screen, or to my right of the screen, they were participating in the tour of the island, an island tour, and they stopped at one of our national attractions there. But as part of the intracurricular activities, you will also have people coming in to speak to you about different aspects of life. And here we have, as part of our crop over or festivals, or I think you call it Juve in the French-speaking territories, we have what is called the Mother Sally. So that is part of our crop over festivities. You can Google that and find out a little bit more. Here at the bottom, we had someone come in and speak to the students about how to produce music. I think particularly in this case, it was rap, R&B, hip hop, and calypso music. And we always have someone come in and really give students an insight into how to cook Barbadian food. And we also learn from the students what their foods are like. So that's always a very, very interesting session. And as part of that intracurricular, I also think it's important that we give back, especially if you are being financed by some institution. It's important to understand that someone has invested in you and that you should invest in others. So here to my right, we have students from Panama. They are participating in the race for the kids. These are students at the UWI Cave Hill campus who may be disadvantaged financially, and we are actually trying to raise funds to keep them in university. So this is also part of our intracurricular learning at the center. Depending on the course that you choose, you might be involved or you might participate in a job attachment. These are some of the job attachments that are students in the tourism, ESL with tourism. They were involved in these job attachments. And as you can see, they were having an absolute fantastic time. The students to the right, they were attached to the housekeeping at various villas and hotels. The student in the middle, on her attachment, she was at the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. And on that particular day, they had a rally, a car rally. So she was extremely excited about that particular attachment. So then the question becomes, what is the benefit of coming to the center? What is the benefit of choosing any of these courses? Well, of course, you're going to improve your English. We know that. But what will that mean for you? Well, the three top reasons for improving your English and really becoming bilingual is that you become more competitive in the job market. You better believe that an employer will prefer to have somebody who knows more than one language, because it means that you can operate with different kinds of clients who speak different types of languages more easily than someone who is monolingual. It's going to keep your brain active. And this is important for employers because they want to see people who can really problem solve, who they don't have to micromanage. And of course, it gives you increased cultural awareness, which means for the employer that you probably will be better suited to work with different groups of people. If you are better able to work with people, it means that there's going to be less tension, there's going to be less conflict. Employers like to see those kinds of qualifications on a resume. So what are the careers that we can choose once we are bilingual? And it's interesting because the first thing we think about is translation and interpretation. But when I actually did my research, I realized that employers are now looking for people who are bilingual in information technology, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and that's because they have to travel so much now. It means they have to work with diverse clients. And because they're working with more diverse clients, it means that they really are at an advantage if they know another language. So these are some of the careers that you can get into. You don't just have to be a teacher anymore. You don't just have to be a translator or an interpreter. So I hope that the presentation has helped you to get a better idea of what we do in the Center for English Language Learning. And believe me when I tell you that there are many students from Martinique who can attest to the fact that they learned a lot, that they are able to use the skills that they have acquired, so they know how to apply what they've learned. It's not just head knowledge, and that they had an absolute fantastic time because the teachers are great on this program. So these are our contacts or our contact information or website. We have a Facebook page. We even have a YouTube page, so you can go to that. I'm not very good with Twitter, but I'm told by my admin assistant that we even have a Twitter page. Yes, one day I should really take a look at it. But I hope that you have gained something from the presentation, and please feel free to ask any questions.
Thank you, Stacey. Thank you so very much for this presentation. Thank you to you both. We do have some questions in the chat. So first off, we have Frédéric Lumeto Ipolo. She's from the agricultural teaching campus, Caribbean campus in French Guiana. She's from an Interreg program as Elan, which is also an Interreg program, and she's asking if I'm getting it straight, if exchange with staff at UE is possible. I think she's talking about teaching teams, if they wanted to have some English courses during a possible exchange. Would it be possible maybe with Trinidad, because we saw that, yes. Mm-hmm. So if you have something that's already set up, or if you're open to partnerships, I mean, go ahead.
Okay, well, the Faculty of Agriculture, Food and Agriculture is at St. Augustine, and I'm sure the university is always open to partnership. So for this particular one, not sure how many persons would be interested in that, but I'm sure that is a possibility. As I said, the university is always, if it's going to be extensive, then it usually goes to the university center. But for that, I think they can deal directly with the dean and the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. And we also have on each campus someone that is in one of the particular offices, that the international student office or so on, that deals with the these kind of arrangement and agreements, or it can go to the university. So all that is possible. Because we do, you know, we do teach French and so on. So.
Thank you very much. Yes, so I think maybe, Frédéric, what could be done is that it's get linked with the teams at Trinidad directly, so that maybe you can set up such projects. I hope and I think they would be very open to it. But during the fair, this 24th and 25th of November, you can also discuss and exchange with representatives from UE as well. So you will be able to do that at this occasion. Also, so next question, I think I had one, but you have answered it. It's if it is necessary to pass an exam to get in UE.
No, you really don't. You don't need an exam to do, except for persons. We do have persons who are coming in whose mother tongue is not English, that they might have to do the TOEFL test, you know. So
yeah, they have to do TOEFL,
yes,
or
yes.
they do the English language proficiency test.
Okay, so it's more requirements than exams per se.
Yes.
Great.
Just to make sure that the person can, you know, grasp what is being taught.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And another question, how long is the program at the Center for English Learning?
Well, it depends. It depends on the course that the students choose. Some courses are very short courses, like 2 weeks. We've even had students, the ones that come for the ecotourism from the University of the Antilles, it's 10 days. But we have courses that are 3 months, 6 months. It depends on the course that you choose.
Okay, thank you. Also, Melissa, before that, we have another question on the Center for English Learning. It was about the prerequisite. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, prerequisite.
Okay. To join, but I think you answered it. It's about the TOEFL and the
yeah. Well, at the center, the center is different. At the center, we normally give them a diagnostic test. So the test isn't actually, we're just trying to find out what their level is, because we're English language training. So it doesn't matter what level they come at. What matters is what are the weaknesses, what are the strengths of the student in the language, so that we can improve on their weaknesses and build on their strengths. So they don't need to have any prerequisites.
Okay.
But if they're going to do a degree, if they're going to complete a degree, then that is required because it's a more intensive thing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And Melissa is interested in translating and interpreting, and she would like to know if it's possible at UE Jamaica.
Well, I'm not sure what is happening now, but I do know that we have the, maybe it's depending on the students and the interest, but we do offer that the translation and interpreting at the UE Mona. I could find out, because, you know, this is going to be offered if you have interested students, but it is on the books. It's on the books. So let me send out a little find out now while we are at it. And then I could tell her definitely to say, let's say if it is that she wants to do that, do they do a one person, or we have to have a group of persons? It's hardly like you're going to have many persons at any one time wanting to do that, but let me check.
Yes, Melissa, that's it. It depends on
it might depend on that. I'm not saying definitively yet. I'll get to you in a few minutes. I'm just going to send a little WhatsApp to somebody to see if I can hear.
Great. Thank you so much for your implication. What's the cost of living in Jamaica and Barbados comparatively? Aha. That's a big question, right?
Okay, okay. Well, it might be
There
more
is no
economical
comparison.
for Jamaica, but so for example, Jamaican for a US dollar now, if you have $1, it's $150 something to one. Like Barbados is 2 to 1, so you get more for your money in Jamaica. But
yeah, and
yes.
I'm living in Barbados, and I'm going to be very honest. Our cost of living is very high. But that is also because our standard of living tends to be higher, or salaries tend to be higher, but our cost of living is high. It is. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so
thank
you can make it in Jamaica if you plan it out. And normally,
yes, definitely.
Yes, you can make it if you are not a spendthrift.
Right.
You know, you plan out, we give you an idea of what the costs are. If you live in a hall of residence and you're not going to be buying food every day, you know, you people team up, students team up and cook. So they'd go shopping, all of them go
Together,
shopping,
yes.
and they come and cook. And one of the good things I like is that they will try so you're from Martinique, so Martinique will cook and you put those dishes and, you know, you combine those things. It's really fun living in a hall of residence. So I suggest that when people come, rather than living off, yes, you can attest to that. There's so much
and in terms
the students just work together.
Yes,
they pool their money together, they
experience.
shop together, and you can make it.
Right.
You can make it, but you cannot be selfish and think that you're going to make it. That's not going to work.
No. Because sometimes classes go, you know, sometimes depending on what you're studying, you might be studying the sciences and you start at 8 o'clock, which you have labs, and the labs go right until 5 o'clock. When you come home, somebody has cooked for you. One of the things, they look out for one another. So your friend, you know, okay, I know my friend not coming home, and so they would cook and you pull up and your team. It's really wonderful studying at the university. It's wonderful also to live in that sort of communal living. Okay, I see Marie Noel about students who are scared of security in Jamaica. In fact, you know, we have been fortunate. The Lord is good. The Lord, university spends a lot of money on security. Lots of money on the security, and students who are living, we've really not had any incidents per se with our students. So you don't have to worry. Just like going anywhere else, we say to our students, we put these things in place, but you also have to be cautious. So where you have swipe card, let's say you have a swipe to go in, nobody else can enter. You can't get into a hall of residence unless you have your swipe and your ID. Now, if you take your ID and give it to your friend, then the university can protect you in that way. So we kind of say to persons, you have to protect yourself as well as the university provides. But the security is, we have strong security at all the campuses because, you know, we know that students are from all over. And in fact, when we tell some students don't go elsewhere, and persons really don't interfere with our students, you know, we've never really had maybe 1 or 2 incidents or so on, but for a campus with 20,000 students, and you know, and you're living in, the university is like from Mona is like 600 and odd acres we have, right? You have entry gates, more than 1 entry gates. You have 1 set for public coming in, 1 set is only, you have to have your ID to go in. Yes, you're going into certain buildings, you have to have your ID. So we try and put as much as possible in there, but you never can tell anywhere.
I always tell people things will happen that we cannot avoid, but the reality is that the university understands what kind of press we will get if something happens to the students, and so therefore they take extra precautions. But as long as the students do what they're supposed to do, they're not in any danger. I have been to Mona campus. I cannot tell you how many times.
I was staying there. I always felt very safe.
Up and down, and I have never felt unsafe. I think the same Barbados is relatively safe as well, but you still have to be careful. I tell people, whether or not you believe in the Bible, the serpent was in the Garden of Eden, in paradise. Wherever you go, you still have to be careful. Like if we went to France, we would still have to be careful. We would have to be aware. Yeah, but it's
yes, I went to one of the prettiest islands in the Caribbean. Really picturesque. You couldn't find it, and somebody said, "Look here, don't be fooled by what you see." So you don't always have to exercise.
Yes, there are bad people everywhere.
But for the most part, it is relatively,
it's safe.
You know, we have to say thank the Lord.
And the students look after each other.
Yes. I see Jessica asking a question.
Yes.
I would like to know, transfer to one of our campuses. Okay. The university has a regulation. You can transfer, but what we would suggest for you, depending on where you are, you have to have a certain minimum number of credits from the university to get a UII degree. We do take persons who transfer, but if you transfer, you might have to do an extra year or so. If you're in your final year, that's okay, we could do. But maybe what you could do is make arrangement with your university to do the courses at UE, and then you get the credits. Yes. So for us, for example, if somebody is studying in Barbados, for the university system, that's okay. So somebody a final year could go to Barbados or to St. Augustine or come to Mona, and it's fine because it's our own degree. So they wouldn't have to spend any extra time. But if you're coming from an external university, you would need to have a certain number of credits to be given a UII degree. So in your case, Jessica, what I would say is that you could probably ask, you could ask your university permission to come and take those courses with us. We will look at the ones that you have. We look at the credits, we look at your course outline, and provided you have met the prerequisite to where the subjects that you're going to take, that's okay with us. So you can work it out with your university rather than to transfer unless you want to spend the extra year or so, because you would need to have a minimum number of credits from our UE to be able to come. But we'd love to have you.
Thank you so much. I think we're going to end this session since we're already over time. Time flies, right? Thank you so very much. I'm feeling a bit nostalgic, I gotta say.
Come on, look for us when COVID is finished.
Yes. I dream of visiting Cave Hill and going back to Kingston, Mona, because this sense of togetherness and Caribbean unity, I never felt that anywhere else but UE. So I think we can wrap up on that. If you had a last word, maybe you want to say something before closing this session.
Okay, well, just to say that the UA system is awaiting you wherever you want to go. But since I'm from Jamaica, with reggae, Bob Marley, you say Bolt, the Blue Mountain coffee, the rum from J. Ray, for those who are interested in that. The beautiful Jamaica, rafting on the Rio Grande, the food. Oh my, all of it. But
yes.
It's an interesting place, and it gives you wings to fly, whichever one you want.
Okay. I will simply say Rihanna and the Bee Gees in Barbados. I'm done.
Okay, I think we can wrap up on that.
I put in the chat that Mona owns a beach. We have our own beach in St. Thomas.
I'm sure it doesn't look like the beaches in Barbados. I'm sure. But okay.
But it's fun.
What I do want to say in all seriousness though is that I don't think wherever you go in terms of the campus that you choose for UE, you're going to have the UWI experience. And
yes,
that
yes.
experience is really the same or
Yes.
very similar across
Yes.
the campuses,
Yes.
because we're all very hospitable people. So I will say that in all seriousness.
Yes.
We're just in here,
That's it.
but it really is, it's not a competition.
Yes. True.
It's a family. It's a
Yes.
family. We have our bickering, but we love each other.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you so very much. For our participants, thank you for attending this roundtable. We are very happy to also invite you again to our virtual fair during the 24th and 25th of November, during which you will be able to speak live and to exchange with our exhibitors. And I wish you a very happy Saturday and see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much for
Thank you
having us.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
Marjorie. Okay, bye-bye.
Stacey.
Okay.
Okay, bye everybody. Thanks.
Bye.
Yes, okay.